to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're going to be looking at this Frederique Constant, and this watch can be purchased at azfinetime.com, and here's the number. Hit those guys up if you like this watch. This one is a beautiful one. Now this watch comes in at a price of $39.95, and this is one of Frederique Constant's in-house movements. This watch is just stunningly beautiful. Also, it is equipped with a flyback chronograph. So you get an in-house movement, a flyback chronograph, and check this thing out. It's just chock full of goodness. This watch here can compete with the best of them. Now, let's look at some of the features. Let's do a size first, because I don't really know what size this is. 42 millimeters, 14 millimeters thick, the lug to lug. Is going to be right around 50. So those are really good dimensions, and those will fit a plethora of people. And this has a beautiful charcoal black dial, and this is the FC760DG4H6. That's the model number of this one, and it's called the Frederique flyback chronograph. You have a water resistance rating of 5 atmospheres. You have a push-pull crown, 38 hours of autonomy, and you have a radial date. Now, let's move down on the dial a little bit. Right down there at 6 o'clock, that is your date wheel. So that third sub-dial down there is your date wheel. Over on the left-hand side at 9 o'clock is your running seconds. And at 3 o'clock is your 30-minute totalizer. And then you have your seconds hand right sticking straight up at 12 o'clock. Let me move that out the way momentarily. Start the chronograph. Now on this dial, you get all applied indices on this dial. Beautiful charcoal dial. You get a tachymeter scale, railroad track on the outside, railroad track on the 30-minute totalizer, a 31-month date down at 6 o'clock, a radial date, which is easy to read. You got loomed dolphin style hands and an arrow chronograph second hand. Now, the running seconds over at 9 o'clock also includes a railroad track, but it has more graduations. And this watch is just lovely. I really like the indices. They all fit and right on the dial perfectly. You have that really lovely Frederique Constant printing with the Geneva hallmark. Right up there under 12 o'clock, as you can see. Sunburst, charcoal gray dial. And Swiss made down there right at 6 o'clock. Now this case is a 3-part case. You have the dial that sits right under that box sapphire crystal. Now this bezel comes right off. You have the case, and then you have the sapphire case back. Now this movement is the FC760 manufacturer flyback chronograph. Lots of Cotes de Genève on the middle, perlaging, all countersunk, heat blued screws with a gold rotor. Full balance bridge on this movement, and an anti-magnetic hairspring to boot. All Swiss made, 21mm strap. And this strap is alligator with leather on the inside. Now, let's look at the flyback function now. I'll reset it and start over. Now, what a flyback is when you start the chronograph, normally to start timing the chronograph again, you'd have to stop it, reset it, and start it again. And that's how you start it over. But this watch is equipped with a flyback function, and all you have to do is hit the reset, and it'll keep moving. You see it fly back? That's called the flyback. It's not that the movement just snaps back. It's a flyback because you can reset it without going through the normal setting functions of stopping, setting it back, then starting it again. On the flyback, remember, you can just reset it and it'll keep on going. So stop and reset and you're done. So that's what a flyback function is. Some people call it another thing, but that's if it just snaps back, but that's not a true flyback. This is a true flyback. Now, the watch does carry some loom, only on the hour and minute hand, and I'll show you that. It's just transition loom if you come in from a dark room to a light room, or a light room to a dark room. And that's what you get with the transition. So that's pretty cool. You get the sub dials with some concentric circles in the sub dials. And that beautiful sunburst gray dial, charcoal gray dial. And you can pick this one up at azfinetime.com. Here's the number once again. Check this one out. It's a lovely piece. My name is Big E. God bless. And that's the Watch Once Over for today. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.